Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it positive, making it everything it needs to be and more. Okay? We got some things to talk about. Like I told you, I have a new situation, a new case that I wanted to rap with you guys about. And you see the title down below. This is a sad story, y'all. This is a sad situation, and hopefully by the help of us, by us talking about it, by us putting the word out there, maybe we can get things closer to, we can get this story closer to justice, closer to finding her and all that, because it's sounding not so great, guys. I'm gonna be real. It's not sounding great at all. Okay. So we are definitely going to be rapping about this for sure. So can't be on for a very long time, but I'm here to give you guys the information and the story that you need to know. So please hit that like button down below, crush it, make it scream out your name, all of that good stuff. This is something that's new, and I don't really know if it's been really out there at all. I don't know. But like I said, I've been kind of off the radar. This caught my attention through some research that I was doing, and this popped up, and I feel like we should talk about this, because to me, I don't know, could this be foul play? All signs that we're seeing so far are screaming foul play, in my personal opinion, but I don't know yet. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys make the decision. You guys can decide for yourselves. So please hit that like button down below as you guys start to file in. And please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You know your boy's working hard out here. Okay? You know your boy's working hard out here. Okay? So we got to get into some things. So let's jump into this, shall we? Oh, and it's not gonna be a long one today. Okay? Your boy's tired. But I do want to give you guys this story so that you guys know. So you guys know what's going on here. So we got to talk about this 26-year-old mother of two by the name of Madeline Kingsbury. Now, as she also goes by Maddie. Last week, she's been missing for a week now, guys. She went off, dropped off her kids to daycare with her husband. And that's one piece I'm still trying to figure out, if this is a boyfriend or a husband. Some places have said boyfriend, some places have said husband, but she went with her significant other, let's just say that, dropped off her two kids at this daycare, went back home, and then she vanished. Now, I know this is very broad strokes. I'm going to give you more details here in just a minute, because we got a lot of article to look through and go through as a family, okay? But again, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, okay? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, all that stuff. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. I know some people have already heard about this story. Some people are putting in their theories as well, and we are going to get into it here in a minute, okay? So let's get into this, shall we? Hold on, guys. Just getting this stuff set up, and blammo. Let's take a look at this. Okay, daycare drop-off, a blue van, and missing mother of two. Okay, what we know about Madeline Kingsbury's disappearance. Mother of two, Madeline Kingsbury, has not been seen for a week. Again, she has been gone for 7 days. She went missing last Friday. It is Friday now. She's been missing for 7 days so far. Okay. Now investigators are honing in on the last known travels of her minivan. And this, of course, is being reported by a Rachel Sharp. Okay. Now, this is Madeline. Just so you know, this disappearance happened in Winona, Minnesota. Just so you guys know, Winona, Minnesota. So let's get into this. Last Friday morning, Madeline Kingsbury dropped her 2 young children off at the daycare in Minnesota. She was never seen or heard from again. Now, 1 week on, a desperate search is underway to find the missing 26-year-old Maddie, whose disappearance has been described as involuntary and suspicious. And that's kind of the information we've known. That's the recent additions that they've said, that this is obviously something that has been involuntary, and it obviously is very suspicious because of the things that she left behind, which we will be. Some clues were dead giveaway clues of foul play going on here. Okay, so we're going to get into that here. All right, investigators are honing in on the movements of the mother of two's blue Chrysler town and country van in the hours after she made the kids drop off on March 31st. All right, the father of her children, who has not been named by authorities, has told police he borrowed her car during that time and then returned to her home to find her gone. Now, to me, I'm going to be real. To me, that rings suspicions. But of course, has he been ruled out as suspect number 1? Let's be real. That seems a little bit weird. Oh, I drove off, I came back, and she was gone. Obviously, it is very easy. And of course, within the world of, investigation and detective work, they go straight for the lover, the boyfriend, the husband, the spouse, whatever you want to call them, first. They investigate that person first. Okay, so we have to make that clearly. I'm going, that seems a little bit sus. All right, that seems like a red flag to me already. Okay, so we'll find out and see if they answer, if he's not a prime suspect, if he's been ruled out, and so on. So let's continue, okay? So again, he borrowed her car during that time. So she went off, dropped off the kids at their respective daycare, came back home. Father of the children, they have not claimed him boyfriend or husband, okay? Borrowed the car, that same car, drove off during that time, and then returned to find her gone. Returned to her home, and she was gone. Let's continue. So it's a mystery that has captured the attention of the community of Winona County, which has rallied around and joined in searches for the missing mother. In an emotional press conference on Wednesday, Miss Kingsbury's sister sobbed as she announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to her sister's whereabouts. Here's what we know so far about the case, which I love these timelines and the what we know so far kind of thing. So because we can get it all in one nice, tight article, okay, instead of jumping to 15 different ones. And don't worry, we are going to be looking at their most recent press conference, which was just a few hours ago, and so on. We got a lot to go through here. Okay, so Miss Kingsbury and the father of her children, so the baby daddy, the boyfriend, okay, dropped their 2 children, aged 2 and 5, off of the daycare around 8 a.m. Winona police said. Around 8:15 a.m., the mother of 2 returned to her home. Her whereabouts after this time remain a mystery. She failed to show up at work, which is a dead giveaway that she gone, that she disappeared, that she either kicked rocks or she was taken against her will. Let's be real. Okay. Something that the police said was very unlike her. And her cell phone, wallet, ID, and the jacket she was wearing that morning were all found inside the home. Again, dead giveaway that there's some sort of foul play going on here. Let's keep it real. If she's known for showing up to work on time, she's known to being there every day, unless she's going to call in sick. And that's obviously a dead giveaway for any job that we do. For most of us, some of us just don't give a damn about our jobs, but a lot of us do, right? So if you don't show up to work when you're supposed to be showing up to work, that's red flag number 1. Let's just say that at least. Okay. Then all the other red flags are right in a row. Her cell phone was left behind. Her wallet her ID, her jacket, the very jacket she was wearing that very day, because it might have been a tidbit nipply out there. All of that was found inside the home without her with it. She was gone. Without her holding on to those things, she was gone. And she left all this stuff behind. Foul play, in my personal opinion. That's very, as they said, very involuntary and suspicious, if you ask me. Okay? So let's continue on. The father of her children told investigators that he left Madeline's home at around 10 a.m. So about an hour and 45 minutes after they came home from dropping off the kids from daycare. Okay? And he drove off in her 2014 dark blue Chrysler Town and Country minivan. So he was there for an hour and 45 minutes. And after whatever, maybe they're eating breakfast or just getting ready for work or whatever, he grabbed keys to her car, jumped in that car and drove off. An hour and 45 minutes later, around 10 a.m. He said that he returned later that day and found Madeline wasn't home. Friends and family members tried to contact the 26-year-old that day, but they couldn't get a hold of her. I wonder why. Her phone was at home. Again, police said this was unusual behavior for her. Based on all this, we believe Madeline's disappearance is involuntary, suspicious, and we're all concerned for her safety. This is what the police chief Williams said. Now, the blue minivan, we got to get into that here too. Winona police said that there are currently no suspects and persons of interest, which to me seems a bit weird. Okay? I'm sorry. Not trying to be a mean guy, not trying to be the bad guy here. Okay? But suspect number one, in my personal opinion, is the father. I'm just going to say that. He's the last one to see her. He took her car. He took off. And then he came back. Now, here it is. This is me just throwing in speculation. All right. But they were home for an hour and 45 minutes. That's a lot of time for something to go bad. Unfortunately. He could be an innocent too. Let me say that too. But to me, it doesn't make sense for them to say, we have no suspects and no persons of interest, when isn't it what it goes down? Isn't what usually goes down the rule of thumb in investigation is you look at the love interest or the lover, the boyfriend, the husband, whatever. Okay? And he took the car and he left and then came back. Okay, but there's no suspects and no persons of interest. I find that a bit odd. But then again, I'll say this too. Shout out to Winona County PD. Okay? Not trying to say anything bad. I'm sure they're doing their due diligence. And if they feel like he's been ruled out, if this is what it means that he's been ruled out, then hey, he's been ruled out, I guess. Right? But I still am looking at this. I'm still side glancing this ish, y'all. I'm going to keep it straight funky. Real quick, guys, before I continue, please do not forget to hit that like button down below. Please, 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 and thank you. And of course, let's not forget to hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be greatly appreciated as well. But more importantly, if you could hit that like button, it definitely gets the story out there. People can know about this case because it's only 7 days old, and I haven't really seen anybody talk about it. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like I'm the first. Yeah. No, I'm just saying we need to talk more about these stories and get the word out if we can. Okay. So let me continue. However, they appear to be focusing on the movements of her minivan, which that is good. Yay. And are asking the public's help in tracing its journey on the day of her disappearance. Chief Williams confirmed that the vehicle is not missing and that both the van and Maddie's home have been searched. Okay. All right. Surveillance footage captured a vehicle matching the description of that van driving from the home along highways and through Winona County and Fillmore County before heading back to the house. After the vehicle returned home, it is not believed to have gone anywhere else, but it went on this journey. It drove through Winona County, went to and Fillmore County before heading back to the house. Why that journey? I have questions. During Wednesday's press conference, police refused to say who was driving the minivan. That is information we cannot share at this time. That doesn't make sense. Do you see? Okay, let's be real. Here it is, guys. Let's keep it real. Look at this. Okay? Look at this piece right here. All right? They're saying during Wednesday's press conference, police refused to say who was driving the van. Why would they refuse to say who's driving the van? Someone make that make sense. Does that make sense to you or no? Again, the car left at around 10 a.m. They got home around 8:15 a.m. They were home for about an hour and 45 minutes or so, give or take. He said, I got to go and run an errand, whatever it was he had to do. He jumped in that ride, took her ride, and drove off. They say that they have some sort of surveillance footage showing that he drove through Winona County and Fillmore County before heading back to the crib. So when they say they have surveillance footage and all that, press conference says, or the chief of police says during the press conference, that they cannot tell us whether or not it was him that was actually driving the car. Ain't that a little weird? That's a little weird, don't you think? That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird. Moving on. That's a little weird. Okay. That is information that is not information we can share at this time. Why can't you share that information at this time? That's weird. The police chief said that there is nothing to indicate that she left the residence on foot or in another vehicle. So in other words, you're telling me that she was in that ride. So you're telling me that she was in the ride. Nothing to indicate that she left the residence on foot or in another vehicle. So when that car left the crib, either she was driving the car or she was in the back of the car. You feel me? Because it doesn't make sense. Why would they not say, yep, the husband was, or the father of the children was driving the car? You know, for a fact they would sit there and say something. Why would they refuse to say that piece? We already know the father of the children took the car. So why wouldn't they tell us that he was behind the wheel of the car? That's weird, guys. Ain't it though? That's a little weird. Let's move on, because that doesn't make sense. Because we already know dead ass giveaway, because we already know the storyline. He said he borrowed the car and came back hours later. Then police are asked, excuse me, was there anybody who was actually, or do we know for a fact who was driving the car? Man, we can't answer that. We got to play that one close to the chest. We already know. He drove the car for hours. Hours, y'all. Again, let me hold on. We're going to go back down memory lane timeline. Okay. Drove off 10 a.m., fathered the children whom they have not, at least in this article, have not said his doggone name. Okay. He returned later that day, so he was gone for hours. Later that day does not mean he came back an hour later. Later that day, that means to me, he showed up one, maybe two. Of course, that's speculation, but at the same time, he took the car, he left for hours and came back. And the car never left after that. But they can't tell us who was driving the doggone car? That doesn't make no sense. In other words, that to me sounds like they think that he could be a person of interest, but they don't want him to get scared and try to kick rocks out here in these wilderness streets. They don't want him to go out on a lamb. They don't want him to be a Brian Laundrie type situation. That's what this indicates to me. That's how I translate it. Oh, they think he's the bad guy, but they don't want to say anything because they don't want him to get scared and start to run off. That's the vibe I'm getting here. But let's go ahead. The two children are safe, thank God. Okay. And there does not appear to be any threat to the public, police said. Okay, good. So the search. A huge multi-agency search is underway to find the missing mother and find her home and bring her home safe. Search teams have been looking near her home and along the highways that the van was seen traveling along for clues as to her whereabouts. Police said officials have searched on foot, in vehicles, by water, and by air. No stone is being left unturned, and we're using every tool at our disposal. This is what the police chief said. Investigators are asking residents in both Winona County and Fillmore County to check their home security cameras for any signs of Maddie's minivan driving by or stopping. Even if there is nothing in the footage, police are urging residents not to delete their footage captured from the 31st of March to the 1st of April. Residents and landowners in the city of Winona, Wilson Township, and Hillsdale Township are also asked to search their acreage, wooded property, outbuildings, vehicles, and trails for anything suspicious, such as signs of a disturbance. As the police chief said, your information might be the final piece that brings Maddie home. Now, look at this vast. Hold on. Whoops. Look at this. It's better the other way around. Hold on. It's better this way. But look at this vast thing. Okay? That's massive. This young mother could be anywhere right now. Real talk. This mother could be anywhere. And then the other question, though, too, that I keep asking as well, okay? The other question I keep asking as well is there any history of mental health with the mother? Okay? Kelsey, thank you so much for the $5 Canadian. I appreciate it. Or $5 Canadian. I appreciate it. Happy Easter to you and your family, Pascal. Thank you. Happy Easter to you, too. Hopefully your weekend is good and wonderful, okay? Now, from what I'm gathering, Jess, she is not married. She has a partnership with her boyfriend, I guess, or she has a partner, and they have 2 children together. But I still want to know if there's a history of mental health here. Could she have gotten up and just walked out? Had a mental break, psychotic break, and just walked out, which is a good possibility too. That's a good possibility, but I don't know, because still, this is very, very strange. And still, on top of it, boom, you got a very vast, very wide space to search, which of course they're doing everything they can to look through and try to find this young mother of 2. But to me, it still screams foul play. And I'm going to keep thinking that until they tell us, until I hear something otherwise. Obviously, there's foul play in some sort of way. Obviously, I mean, unless unless there was some sort of mental health break that she had that caused her to just walk out the door, leaving everything, wallet, cell phone, coat, ID, everything behind. Why? And then I would want to know, is there any history between, any tension between the father of these children and her? Do they not get along? Were they having issues about the kids? Were they button heads? So on and so forth. It doesn't make any sense. She left without a coat, without a jacket. I could only imagine, at least right now, things are starting to warm up, but I can only imagine how cold it can get at night in Minnesota. This is crazy. But let's continue. Maddie's sister, Megan, also made an emotional appeal to the public for help, offering $50,000 in a reward for information, as she said family is everything to her. At the moment, police say they are looking into all possibilities as to what happened, and the mother of two, but have not ruled out foul play. Like, you need to just keep that out there, because this is, I understand they got to do their thing, but I feel it all the way down to my plums, ladies and germs. This screams red flags everywhere. This is not a normal situation. Trust and believe it's not. Okay? This is not normal. This is red flag city. Okay? Red flag city. Okay, I'm just saying. So, they've Chief Williams said the case is being investigated as a missing person, but also as foul play based on the totality of evidence. Good. Foul play like a mug. Okay? What did Raven say? Yeah, that's a bad sign. It's all a bad sign. Real talk, it's a bad sign. And red flags like a mother lover. Okay? It's crazy, guys. And of course, if anybody has any information, you can go to crimestoppersmn.org to put in your tips, or you can call the department, Winona Police Department, at 507-457-6302 if you have any information about this. And anybody who's watching this that lives in that area, by all means, if you got any information, or if you just have your ring camera, go check your footage just to see if you have any information. Maybe you captured the car driving by or something like that. But still, this is some crazy stuff. And to me, this screams foul play. This definitely screams foul play. Now, hold on. Now, I don't know if this is 100%. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to not do that because I don't know how reliable that is. Okay. But of course, you know, I'll say a little bit more here too. Oh, shoot. Never mind. So let me show you guys this video, just a little news clip, so we can kind of, you know, let this seep in a little bit more. Okay. But this case, this story is very weird. And the fact that the father of the children's face has not been, or his name has not been put out there, it's weird. It's weird. And then it makes me wonder, could the husband be helping? Are they holding, or not the husband, I'm sorry. Could the father of the children, that's hard to say for some weird reason. Could the father of the children be withholding information? Is he helping with the investigation, or is he just trying to stay quiet? You know, that is a bit weird. All right. But let's play a little bit of this. Hit the number one to make sure you guys can hear this. Let's rock and roll.
Well, the search for a missing mother.
In Winona, intensifying tonight. 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury has not been seen since Friday, and police sharing today they don't think she disappeared on her own.
And we learned a lot more about the investigation today and where she was last seen and what areas police are now zeroing in on for their search. Our Bab Santos went to Winona as police and community members search in several counties for Maddie.
Madeline Kingsbury has been missing for nearly 1 week. On Wednesday morning at a Winona police press conference, her older sister Megan spoke for the entire family when she pleaded for help bringing Maddie home.
Please help us find Madeline. The children need their mother. We need our daughter, our sister, our aunt, and our best friend back.
Help has come in all week, and the search is on in full force for the mother of two. Maddie was last seen at her Winona home on Friday, March 31st. Maddie and the father of her children had dropped the kids off at daycare that morning before returning home. But from there on, family and friends have been unable to get a hold of the 26-year-old, and she never showed up at work.
Based on all of this, we believe Maddie's disappearance is involuntary, suspicious, and we are all concerned for her safety.
The father of Kingsbury's children told police he left the home in her minivan on Friday morning at 10 a.m., and when he returned hours later, she was no longer there.
I'm sorry. You could tell me every single day that story. I'm going to sit here and say that is suspect as hell. It's suspicious. You got a father of these kids taking the car, going off and doing whatever the hell he was going to do. And then he drags his butt back with the car and says, oh my gosh, she gone. Where did she go? That doesn't make sense to me, y'all. Unless and only unless there is some sort of random attack that happened, or she had a mental break and just walked out the doggone door. Those are the only two things. How could this have happened? She was abducted by aliens, sucked out of the chimney from her home? Highly unlikely. Okay? So where did she go? The main person that they should be looking at, I'm sorry, because I know how some people get very upset about, like, you shouldn't be going after the husband or the father or the boyfriend or the girlfriend or whatever. This, to me, he's the only one that was the last to see her alive. I hope to hell that I hope that they are drilling the hell out of this man, because he's the only one, I think, that has the information, y'all. He's the only one that got the information. Let's keep it reals. Let's continue. I'm sorry. Because I'm all about, like, well, let's see what the cops have to say. But this is too we have covered it and studied so many true crime stories here, so many missing person stories here. And we've seen this kind of story a lot. To me, he is suspect number one. He is person of interest numero uno. Okay? Period. And criminally focused. I wonder how that is. The trial is going. It's just too many hours, you know. Of course, when they get to the verdict, I'll check that out. But I'm wondering how that's going as well. Has it gone just completely left field? That's one thing I'd love to know. But anyway, I know a lot of people are watching that as well. But to me, this screams foul play and screams the father of her children. I hate saying baby daddy. Okay. But her baby daddy, okay, knows something. I will say that.
But police say inside the home, they found her wallet, jacket, and phone, and there was no sign that she left on foot or in another car.
No stone is being left unturned, and we are using every tool at our disposal to find her. Your information might be the final piece that brings Maddie home.
Police don't have
Man, let me say that.
any suspects, but they say there is no threat to the public.
Yeah, they have no suspect. Yeah, but they do. Let's keep it real. They most definitely do have a suspect. They're just not saying it out loud. That's my theory. And again, I could be completely, utterly wrong. But my theory, is that they know exactly who they're looking at. And that guy, I said it. That guy is the father of the children. Unless, again, like I said, unless this is just a random act of violence that came out of nowhere at their house. But then it makes you wonder, why is that house the one that was targeted? Why was she targeted of all people? If they live in that a neighborhood or whatever, why was she the one that was targeted? Out of all the houses in the world, why her house? Again, this doesn't... I'm trying to give that man the benefit of the doubt, but this ain't working for me. Let's play another one. I got another one for y'all.
A family's desperate search for a young Minnesota mother of two who police say mysteriously vanished last week, and they say she could be in danger.
We believe Maddie's disappearance is involuntary, suspicious, and we are all concerned for her safety.
26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury was last seen at her home in Winona, about 115 miles southeast of Minneapolis. Her sister speaking at a press conference Wednesday.
Please help us find Madeline. The children need their mother. We need our daughter, our sister, our aunt, and our best friend back.
Investigators say last Friday morning, Kingsbury and the father of her children dropped the kids off at daycare around 8 a.m. and they both returned home. The father of her children, who was questioned by police, then left around 10 a.m. in their 2014 Chrysler Town & Country minivan. And when he returned around 1:30, police say Kingsbury was gone.
Tell me why he was gone for that many hours. What was he doing? What was he up to, y'all? Let's keep it real. He kicked rocks. He took the car. He drove off for hours. So I was right. Around 1:30-ish, 2 o'clock, he took his butt back and said, oh my God, she's gone. What happened? On some real stuff. What was he doing all that time? What was the errand? What did he need that car for? That he borrowed it for that many hours? What was he doing in Fillmore County? And until I see other pieces of information, I'm sorry, y'all. They need to be looking at him like a mother lover. But okay, no suspects so far. Yep.
But in that 3.5-hour time frame, police say a vehicle similar to the couple's minivan was caught on surveillance, leaving the area and then returning. It's unclear who was behind the wheel.
We believe the van remained parked in the driveway of Maddie's residence from 1:30 p.m. on. Nothing to date has indicated that Maddie left the residence on foot or in another vehicle.
Police say Kingsbury never showed up for work, and what they found in her home even more concerning.
Inside the residence, investigators located Maddie's phone, the jacket she had been wearing earlier in the morning, along with her wallet and ID.
Police calling on the public for help, issuing maps and asking them to focus searches on these specific areas, check out any buildings and property for disturbances, and scan home surveillance video for anything unusual.
We will remain loud about this and continue to advocate for Madeline any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Any way, shape, or form. And let me be real. Of course, as they should be doing, they should be looking as much as they can and trying to find out what's going on. But I just found something. Just now while I was just researching really quick with you guys live, because somebody put in a super chat that I'm going to be bringing to you guys. And it's a very brilliant question. This is the reason why it's sus. I just had to say it I had to say it out loud, okay? Because this stuff just angers me so much. This angers me so much. But let me pull up the super chat really quick. This super chat says a lot. So I had to do my due diligence and look up a little something, okay? And I found Madeline's LinkedIn. So hold on before I go into that. Okay, let me just real quick pull up this super chat, which inspired me to look this up because I didn't think about this. And this is smart. This is wicked smart. Mick, you're wicked smart. Thank you so much for the 10. They said, did they have 2 cars? Her father of her babies, her boyfriend, her partner, didn't come home until 1:30. If she was going to work, what car could she have driven? That's a very good question. If they only had 1 car, if they were sharing 1 car, why would he need to use the van? That's a damn good question. But then it's a damn good question, Mick. Damn good question. Hold on. I got more. Janice, thank you so much for the £2. Friend of the family in chat, Pascal. Great. Where? Who is it? Where? Who is the family? Who is it? Tell me. Hold on. Who is it? Whoever it is, please make your presence known, please, because I would love to hear some stuff from people who are family members and all that too. Oh, it's Melissa Snodgrass. Hold up. And Melissa, you're very welcome doing this story. Was hoping you would. Now, Melissa, if you are friends or close to the family, do you have time to hop on and talk? Because I know that we'd love to hear from family and friends and help get this word out. I have no problem sending you. I have no problem sending you a link because I'd love to have somebody on to talk about this. So Melissa, let me know. Okay. But one thing I do want to pull up, okay, is this other piece. And it's, man, this is why I love the internets. The internet is amazing. Okay. It brings everybody together. Yay. It got its cons, but it definitely got its pros. So yes, Melissa Snodgrass, if you got time to hop on, I can send you a link. I can email you a link. And I can have you hop on because I'd love to bring more awareness to the story. And you may know some pieces that we don't know in this case. But real quick, though, and of course, Janice, thank you so much for the heads up. Okay. So think about it, Melissa. I don't want to press too hard because I know I can only imagine what you and your that family's going through right now. And of course, if the family's around that wants to spread the word, I'd love to have them on to talk as well. Just saying that out loud. Now, real quick, as she thinks about that, I want to bring back up Mick's super chat. He said, did they have 2 cars if her father or if her partner, okay, didn't come home until 1:30? If she had to go to work and that was her ride, how would she get to work? Right? That's a very good question. Now, the other question that I have in the back of my mind, okay, is what kind of job she does. Because you got to remember, if this was like, and I don't mean any disrespect, but like if this, because of the timeline, if she had a job like she was a bartender, then her prime time wouldn't be until her showing up at like till 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe 5, depending on what time that bar opens, right? Depending on her occupation, her leaving the house at a specific time during the day may not be needed. But guess what? She got a LinkedIn. And last I checked, this is a very serious job that she has. Take a look. Says it right here. Madeline Kingsbury. She's a clinical research professional at Mayo Clinic. Clinical research coordinator for public health, infectious disease, and occupational medicine research at Mayo Clinic with a demonstrated history of working in human subjects research. Currently coordinating phase 1 and 2 clinical trials. That is not a night job. Okay? That is not a night gig. Just so you know, that's a 9 to 5er. That's a regular 9-to-5er. Pew, pew. So you're telling me he borrowed the ride. She never called into work. Yeah, she's smart. She wicked smart. She's a smart woman. And her job is serious. That's a serious ass job. Okay? She got a real job, man. That's a real job. Okay? With a lot of responsibilities. So let's keep it real. Let's keep this real. You're telling me she dropped the kids off at 8 a.m. with the full intent of showing up to work at around 9 a.m. He borrowed the car at 10. Think about it again. Hold on. Let me show you that timeline again. Let me show you that timeline, babies, because that don't make sense. Take a look at this. 8 a.m. She went to drop off the babies. Dropped off her kids to daycare. Full expectation of showing up to work. I'm assuming it's a 9-to-5er. That's what I'm assuming. 10 a.m., which is her already late for work. If it's a 9-to-5. She was already late for work. He still borrowed her ride to drive off somewheres. Hours later, he came back at 1:30 and he said, "My wife, the mother of my children are gone. Where did she go?" That don't make sense, y'all. Tell me that math ain't mathing. Tell me that math ain't mathing. Don't worry, I'll wait. Even though there's nobody on talking back to me. But you know what I'm saying. If she had full expectation of showing up to work at 9, if it was a 9-to-5 job, she didn't make it. 10 a.m., he still took her ride when she should have already been at work. She should have already been clocked in, already had her first cup of coffee, was already done with maybe her first meeting of the day at 10 a.m. Yeah, he still took that car and drove off. And yes, Jess, you're right. They dropped them off together. They rode in the ride together and dropped off the two kids together. Then they came back at 8:15. An hour and 45 minutes later, he borrows the car. He takes the car. Why? And then he comes back saying, "Oh, my Lord, she gone." That don't make sense. Okay? That don't make sense. Exactly, Nicole B. This is a regular 9-to-5er, I'm assuming. Maybe a 9-to-4 type of thing, depending. Okay? Or maybe a 10-to-6. You never know. No matter what. Why was he taking the car at 10 a.m.? It's not like she suddenly just got washed over with the flu out of nowhere. This comes out of nowhere. To me, foul play. This is sus. This is sus as hell, y'all. Sus. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm reading some of this. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Melissa decided not to, unless I'm combing through the comments to see if she responded back. Because of course, she did. There we go. Melissa, thank you so much. She said, I'm driving right now. Sorry, not super comfortable too, but I definitely will keep the show updated when I find out more. One thing I can say is that we don't need to see your face. We could just do audio, just so you know. So you could talk and drive at the same time if that is something, because of course we would love to be able to tell people more information out here. I know a lot of us are trying to find out what's going on, but like I said, don't want to press too much. I do understand. Okay. But if you do change your mind, just let me know during the process of the show. Okay. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay. But moving on real quick. And if I'll say this too, Melissa, if you're still listening, if the family, sister, whoever, father, mother, whoever is interested in coming onto the show to talk about this, please let me know, or please have them contact me, because I would love to have them on so we can spread more awareness about this story as well, because this is weird. This is a very suspicious timeline. And I'll say this too: if the husband or the father of the children is innocent, then I will retract I will take back and I'll be like, yo, I'm sorry. Lo siento. Just the evidence seemed a little bit suspect to me. But other than that, this be sus as hell. Okay. But I wanted to give you guys another piece, some more breaking news information as of today, just kind of covering what's been going on here. So let's take a look at this as well.
From WCCO.
This is the scene in southeastern Minnesota today, where hundreds of volunteers are helping with the search to find a missing mom. Thank you for watching WCCO, always streaming on CBS News Minnesota. 26-year-old Madeline Kingsbury disappeared last week after she was dropping her kids off at a daycare in Winona. Our John Lordson is live in Winona County. John, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're actually in Goodview, Minnesota, right next to Winona. And as you mentioned, Shayla, last Friday, Madeline Kingsbury, 26 years old, dropped her 2 kids off at daycare. She was with her partner. And then after that, after she dropped her kids off, she was not heard from or seen again. And so this morning here in Goodview, outside the fire department, we've had hundreds of volunteers, way more than they expected, show up. You can see the buses that are running volunteers out in the various parts of southeastern Minnesota. We also have a variety of people coming here this afternoon. And what we're seeing is people come from Wisconsin, western Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, southeastern Minnesota, even from the Twin Cities to help. And you're seeing a lot of people line up, walk these fields, check out these culverts. So looking for any sign of Madeline Kingsbury. She did not show up for her job at Mayo Clinic as well last Friday, which her family says was very unusual. We talked with some of these volunteers about why they wanted to come out and help.
This is a sad story. There's kids that don't know where their mom is. There's family that don't know where their daughter is. And it takes a community to actually be able to go out and have some success. So we're hoping that we can find some answers today.
I have kids, and it spoke to me that I cannot imagine being her family and her children, and just anything I can do to try to get some answers for the family and her friends, and just it being so close to home. We've never had anything this big close to home before.
Yeah, that seems to be the sentiment across this area, that they're really just trying to help out. A lot of these people are parents themselves. They want to get some answers on what happened to Madeline. And I mentioned we've got these buses behind us, all these groups of volunteers coming out from across the area to help out this morning. They've been here all morning long. There's more volunteers that are expected to show up this afternoon here in Goodview, but they were expecting just a couple hundred people to show up. They've had over 500 at this location. Shayla, 250 or so over in Rushford, which isn't very far from here, and they're expecting a few hundred more this afternoon.
Let me say this real quick. Shout out to everybody that's in Winona County, Fillmore County, et cetera, in Minnesota, going out of their way to do what they can to help out. I also want to point this out too. This was done. Let me see. This was done 4 hours ago. Let me just say that really quick. And look at what this reporter that's out there on the street, on the beat, is wearing right now. He's even wearing gloves right now. It's cold out there. And she left without a jacket. This tells you there's something up. Something is not right. Now, Nicole B did say something that I thought was cool, that I wanted to, or not cool, but very interesting, that I do want to point out. And I don't know if this means anything, really. But when you go back to her LinkedIn account, okay, when you look at her LinkedIn, it says here, activity. This was a week ago, okay? Let blow this up so you guys can see this a little bit better. It says, hello, friends. I'm currently searching for remote research related or public health positions. If your company is hiring, please send the details my way. This was written a week ago. Literally a week ago. This is the last post she made before she went missing. Think about that for a second. Now, I don't think that means anything like foul play within the clinic that she's working at or anything of that sort. I don't think it's like some weird espionage type thing. But I think that either she was about to step down from her position so that she could maybe have, I don't know, because it says searching for remote research related or public health positions. Maybe the job was getting too much. Maybe she wanted to have more time with her kids. Maybe the money wasn't good enough. God only knows. But that is an interesting piece of information right there. That could be a part of it, and they may not be a part of it. That could, you see what I'm saying? It could be a big thing, and it may not be a big thing. But given the fact that she was even putting the feelers out there saying, hey, I am looking for a new job. I'm looking for a new gig. Says something too. And of course, we can go down the avenue of speculation all day long, but you see that she was looking to change. She was looking for something. What that is, I do not know. Let me see if I'm trying to see if there's a. Sorry, I'm being nosy. I'm curious as to what day, like what actual day this was that she posted this, but it doesn't say anything. It just says a week ago. And I don't know how LinkedIn works, really. I'm still, it's an interesting platform, but that is a bit odd. That is a bit odd. Again, Sandwich said, maybe there was some things going on in the job that made her uncomfortable. That could be it too. That could be it too. Again, let's be real. Even though it's red flags circling around the father of her children, let's be real. Anything's possible here too. Okay? Anything's possible. Maybe something weird was going on at work. Maybe not. We could put those questions out there because, what law enforcement has given out here, they haven't said anything much. They have no suspects. They have no person of interest. All they know is that there's some sort of foul play going on because of how strange she just disappeared. She just vanishes, guys. She just vanishes, guys. She just vanishes. It's pretty scary. Now, the thing is that I've been seeing things about I've been seeing things about the father of the children thing, but they're from websites that I don't really trust. They're even naming the father of these children and all that, and I don't believe it. He has yet to be named from what I've read in multiple articles, unless something recently pops off and they say, oh yeah, the father of the kids, his name is, they haven't even shown his face yet. Nothing. It has been nothing so far when it comes to this. But none of this fully makes sense. Okay? None of this fully makes sense as to this being a woman having a psychotic break and her walking out the door. None of it tells me that there was some other monster, some evildoer just walking in the house and wreaking havoc, taking her and whisking her away somewhere against her will. There's no proof of that so far. All we know is that at 10 o'clock, when he took that ride, when he took that minivan, she was supposed to already be going to work at that time. She should have already been at work. And of course, that's an all assumption here. Okay. And yet he's still not a person of interest. So odd. It's opposite day today. It's weird, strange TV town right now, in my personal opinion. It is weird, y'all. Okay. This is weird. But okay. We see that she has a very significant job at the Mayo Clinic. It looked like she was possibly looking into finding another job for whatever reason, but she wanted to look for something maybe better, or maybe something with a little bit easier, so maybe closer to her home, so on and so forth. She was putting some feelers out there to see if she can find a new gig. And then a week later, maybe within the day or two, she went up missing. So it does make you wonder what was going on that would, one, inspire her to want to leave the job, to look for something else, and two, what's the dynamics between her and her partner? What were the dynamics? But they have yet to expose or put his name out here. Why? I don't know. Melissa Snodgrass, thank you so much for the 10. Thanks so much for covering this. And I'll let you know more when I can. Of course, Melissa, I appreciate that. Thank you so very, very much. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And of course, this is the reason why I wanted to bring this up, pop it up, show it to you guys, because this is a serious topic. This is a serious situation. This woman could still be alive out here. This mother of two could very well still be alive out here. And I'm hoping that we find her very, very soon. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I just wanted to give you guys that information, that little update. Not that update, but this new story, this new case. To me, there's red flags all over this mother lover. In my personal opinion, who's the father? Who is her partner? What is his occupation? What does he do for a living? Do they drive two cars? Is it a two-car household, or is there only one car? That's what I'd like to know. If there's only one car, this is no matter what, this is screaming foul play. But when you say there's only one car and he takes the car, and he said the last time he saw her was at the house, but he still took the car and she was supposed to be at work. You didn't drop her off at work? That doesn't make sense, y'all. That don't make no sense. Huh? Nicole B said, he don't got a job. Man, you never know. He might. Melissa Snodgrass said 2 cars. Hold up. So if they got 2 cars, and still it doesn't math right. He saw her before he left at 10. She was still at home. He didn't go, "Hey baby, why you still here, girl? Aren't you supposed to be at work?" He didn't ask any of that. They didn't have that dialogue. Not even a little bit. Kind of, sort of. Like, that doesn't make sense, y'all. It was her van. Yes, that was her van. So that's the thing. It's like he took her van. He had to ask her, like, "Hey, babe, can I borrow the van? Because I got things to do." He still left at 10, and he didn't go, "Hey, babe, why aren't you at work? What's up? It's almost 10, baby. You're gonna get in trouble." Mr. Smith hates it when, you know what I'm saying? Something. But there's no dialogue about that. There's no information about that. He just came back and goes, "Oh, my baby gone. Where did she go?" That's sus to me. It doesn't make any sense. Oops. And then also, Melissa says she works at home. Damn. See, now that just crushes all my theories. I don't know. And let's be real. Let me pull this back up. And she's the one who would know. Melissa would be the one who know. So thank you for that information. She signed on late, maybe, or something. But let me say this too. She was looking for a job that was remote research related or public health positions. She was looking for some place that she could work from home still, for sure. But she didn't. I don't know. I'm sorry. Those jobby jobs where it's remote and you're in home and you're doing it everything from home, etc. It is very obvious when work has begun. So he took the car, and if she was working at home, he took the car, and I don't know. Seems a bit odd. Still seems a bit odd, in my personal opinion. And what was he? And that's the other thing. Okay, maybe Melissa knows this. Does he have a job, Melissa? Does he work? What kind of job does he have? Before we wrap everything up, that's what I'd like to know. Does he have a job? Because Nicole B said he ain't got no job. So blame Nicole, not me. I'm kidding. But I'm wondering. Especially in her position she usually leads, most likely. Still, no one saw her leave. Yeah, she never left. She didn't leave the crib. They didn't see her leave the actual house. So I'm wondering if Melissa's still on here. Oh, there he goes. He has a job. They were breaking up. He was supposed to move out Friday. Really now? Wait, this Friday or that last Friday when she went missing? He was supposed to be moving out Friday because today is Friday. Was he supposed to move out today or was he scheduled to move out last Friday? Regardless, no disrespect to anybody. And Melissa, hopefully you don't get mad at me, but me, I'm saying red flag. It's a red flag. That's a red flag. That's motive. That's motive. That's huge, Janice. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, that's motive, guys. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Okay, so yes, breaking up, red flag. Yes, that's a red flag. Come on, man. And again, this is not reported anywhere else that I know of. And we're only getting it from one person. So this is only hearsay, just so you know. No disrespect to you, Melissa. None. No disrespect at all. I appreciate you giving us this information. But if this information is 110% true, that is red flags. So he was supposed to move out last Friday. See? Last Friday. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at him. Period. And one more question, Melissa. And thank you so much for all this information. Last Friday, he was supposed to leave. I heard through the grapevine that and I don't know if is he cooperating with police or not? Is he helping out or is he just keeping quiet? And what's his name? No, I'm kidding. I don't want to expose him like that. I'm not that savage. But is he cooperating with police? Let us know, Melissa. That would be very appreciated. And then I'm going to wrap up the show. But that's some crazy stuff. They were supposed to break up he was supposed to move out last Friday. But I'm wondering what kind of job he had. Oh, snappy day. What? So he's not cooperating. Him guilty. I said it, him guilty. Him guilty. He got motive. He got reason to do this. He took the car when she took off, came back, go, oh, my baby gone. No, he did this. I'm sorry. This is red flag city. Not cooperating. Not cooperating? Yes, him guilty, him guilty, him guilty, him guilty, him guilty. This man guilty. Yes, guilty. Guilty. all y'all guilty. Okay, done. We can finish it up. Perry Mason, the black Perry Mason rests his case. Let's go. Okay, I'm more of like a black Matlock. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm done. It's over. Done. It's a wrap, son. Guilty. See, yeah, we already solved it. Now we just need the proof. Now we just need the doggone proof. And some real stuff. I hope that she is found. But if he's not cooperating, this man guilty. Have mercy. That's terrible, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I would say get those babies away from that man ASAP Rocky with the quickness. Okay. But again, I'm not sitting here saying that Melissa's not a reliable source. This is still hearsay about the moving out and all that. That's information I hope that we hear from other sources as well. I'd love to hear that information from the family or something, because that's some damning information. The fact that he's allegedly not cooperating with law enforcement screams that he's guilty. Okay. And Melissa says he won't give up his phone either. Yeah, he guilty. Okay. He guilty. Tasty T said, holla, a black Matlock for real out this biz naive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, little bit of Perry Mason and a little bit of Matlock. How's that? And a little Columbo in there too. You feel me? Okay. But damn, that's insane. If it's true, that's insane. My thoughts and prayers go out to that family. My thoughts and prayers go out to Madeline. I'm hoping that this turns to a positive, that this is not something that ends up being, we found her remains, that we actually find her alive. My fingers are crossed for that. Okay. Really, my fingers are crossed for that. This is terrible, terrible. And if all this information that we received through here is actually true, my mind is blown. And I'm hoping that law enforcement knows these pieces of information, and so that they can quickly go back from saying, oh, we have no suspect or persons of interest, and say, yeah, we got somebody, because dag nabbit, this man is suspect number one, period. Okay. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being on here. I really do appreciate it. It's time for me to jump off. All right. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your name. Big thank you to Melissa for hopping on and giving us this information. I really do appreciate it, because I know that we've been, just talking about this. It's still brand new, and a lot of information has not been leaked or exposed out in these articles at all. So I do appreciate the information. Real talk. Hit that like button down below, please, because it helps with the algorithm, gets the word out there. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Crush it. That would mean the world to me. And hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Okay, guys? And I'm doing my best to cover as many stories as I can. I will get to those stories, every single story, as quickly as I can when I can. Patience is a virtue. I got to get going. Thank you guys so much for being here. Enjoy your Friday. And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, enjoy your weekend. And if you're celebrating Easter, enjoy your Easter. It's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.